edition of GPL 357 where I can smell finals in the air. We are into July, which means the finals are about to happen, and this is when it gets right into the nitty-gritty of the season. To talk us through what's happened in round 15 and to preview the finals, I'm joined by my regular co-hosts. On my left, the celebrity corruptible himself, DC Darren Carroll. How are you, Darren?
Good, Tone. How you doing?
And on my right, the man behind the bar, very learned at this time of year, Scotty. How are you, Scotty?
G'day, Tone. G'day, Liz. G'day, viewers.
As always, we'll do our reviews of round 15. We'll go and search for a few lost degrees. We're going to have a bit of a look at the teams that missed the finals, the bottom 8. We'll have a quick knockout tip, and then we'll talk about the qualifying finals, which are in front of us. So I'll start off. My first review I've got is F Troop against the Tunners. And the F Troop on 163, they failed to fire in June, really, and that really hurt them badly. They were flying in the finals, but they fell out sadly, and it was the Tunners that got over them in the last round there, 167, too good. The Tunners have built some momentum. They went from 15th into the finals over the last 6 to 7 weeks and hit the finals running. Who you got, DC?
Well, I actually got the Corruptibles against the Gunners. Corruptibles going into the last round, trying to avoid back-to-back wooden spoons and the ridicule of most people in the club. Tremendous effort on the day. Dug deep, came out strong. Some good team play. Got them over the line, 171 to 167. So when we look back in a couple of years' time and the Corruptibles go through some undefeated seasons, we'll look back on this game as being the turning point.
Well, we may very well do that. Back-to-back wooden spoons.
Well done, DC. They should be congratulated, the old Corruptibles. They found something they haven't found for 2 years.
Anyway, have you got there, big fella?
I've got the Tridents and the Vultures, and the Tridents, pretty unconvincing score, got the job done. A 171 win over the Vultures, 169. That's the end of their season, the Vultures. Yeah, bit disappointed they ended up with winning the wooden spoon, the Vultures. So yeah, bad luck this year to the Vultures.
The Vultures, they have won the wooden spoon a few times. What we do every week is we go out and have a look in the field of battle, and it's amazing what you find out. Eric Luna, former Charles Latrobe medalist, playing all right. The chemist, the surging.
Yeah, +4. So
+4, very handy at this time.
Just in the 8, so we've got to stay in the 8 to make the finals. And
you'll be very dangerous if you make the finals. I think the Bugles will be nervous.
So yeah.
All right, mate.
Hopefully
all the best.
keep
going. Riley, got the beanie on. The start of the beanie, the Bugler beanie, must mean you plan to go deep into winter.
Oh, we hope so, Tone. We've got the big fella here, and we're both playing well. So
no beanie on the big fella, but going all right?
Going good, yeah. Yeah, had a lucky day today.
Team survivor?
What about it?
Or is it all about the premiership?
Oh, yeah. Survivor, it's just, if it gets in the way, it gets in the way, mate. But, you know,
does.
Going well.
Well, Riley seemed to be taking for granted that they were going to just pick up the Team Survivor trophy in the grand final. How did they go, DC?
Well, as it happens, they won pretty comfortably. They put another big number on the board, 186. It's been a tremendous season so far from the Buglers, but their first bit of silverware for 7 years, so certainly that pressure valve released a little bit, but coming into the finals, they got their eye, by the sounds of it, on that main prize, and so a lot of pressure on each individual player in the Buglers, I think, to deliver over the next month.
Yes, they've got a bit of baggage they're carrying around. What about you, Scotty?
I had the Wood Ducks and the Back Nine Mafia, who coincidentally last year played in the preliminary final, but not this year. They weren't playing for too much. If Back Nine Mafia had a bit of a bad run this year, like they probably got beaten by sides that had massive scores, but they had a good win to finish the season with 176 to 158. There was no Matty Sellers last game, was there?
No Matty Sellers.
Was there no Matty Sellers there? They just had too many of their players miss too many crucial games this year. With Ducks, pretty disappointing season actually. Hopefully they show up in the finals and the knockout stages, but yeah, pretty disappointing season by the Wood Ducks, and to my knowledge, I reckon the Back Nine were pretty unlucky throughout the season.
Yes, well, I got the Ferrets against the Wanderers, both these teams entrenched in the 8 and got finals in their eyes. The Ferrets were in the grand final of the Team Survivor. Their 177 was solid. but wasn't enough to get over the Buglers, who were looking fine. It has been a convincing regular season, so they are finals ready, and I'm sure will go deep into July. Their 170 was too good for the Wanderers, who had the week off leading the finals, just the pre-finals bye they had. They will need to relaunch quickly and do something. They'll be up against some good teams when they meet the finals action. So the Ferrets too good for the Wanderers, and both ready for finals. What about you next, DC?
Wally World and Phoenix. Wally World going into the last round were neck and neck with the Tridents for that fourth position and a double chance, and Wally World didn't deliver on the day. 167 going down to Phoenix in a shock result, 176. So not great form going into the finals for the perennial Giants. We don't want to say the C word, but possibly it is alive and well again this year.
The devastation of that draw against the Macno Mafia, I don't think they've been able to get over it. Scotty, who have you got there, mate?
I've got the All Night Chemists and the Surats. A pretty convincing win by the Surats, another big score by them. A 187 to 162 win over the All Night Chemists. Look, they're in the finals, All Night Chemists. Hopefully they show up in the finals, because they can put some good scores together if they show up. But yeah, pretty disappointing loss heading into the finals though. Surats looking good to have a tilt at their first piece of silverware.
Very much so. So guys, the bottom 8. We'll have a bit of a chat about these guys. They've missed the finals, they've got the knockouts to look forward to, but maybe we can just look through some stats and see what went wrong for these teams. If I was to look at the Vultures, who are right down the bottom, I think they've been quite unlucky in the fact that they certainly turned up to a certain degree, and when they did play, they played well, including their big 201. But to win the Wooden Spoon when they were ranked 11th in points scored for means that teams lifted against these guys, and I think it's great to see. Their wins were great, but unfortunately they didn't get enough of them. How do you rate F-Troop season there, DC?
F-Troop, nothing short of deplorable. Actually, who would have thought Paul Cohesi was this good? The one player missing from their team from last year, and they've dropped from the finals down to just missing the Wooden Spoon by half a game. F-Troop didn't have any problem getting players on the park. It was just delivering on the day that didn't work for them. So maybe it's the year they had to have, but they'll put this down as a lost year, F-Troop, and they'll certainly need to have some meetings at their normal place of residence and regroup for 2018.
They certainly showed up, but they didn't play well. Scotty, what about the Wolfpack for you, mate?
Oh, Wolfpack, we're not talking about the Corruptibles. Okay, we'll go Wolfpack. Wolfpack, yeah, pretty disappointing in there. 4 scores show that it's a fair reflection where they're at the moment. Poor scores. I think Doc Sell's got to try and stay away from playing in the morning, because it really cost him most of his poor scores. Yeah, Wolfpack, I'd be pretty disappointed. They've got so many good players, but they just can't seem to fire.
Yeah, I'm having a quick look at the Phoenix. You can do your own team there, DC. The Phoenix, very much their position on the ladder type of match to how they play through the season. They struggle to get the bodies on the park. When they did play, they played, I'd say, not quite at their best, and the end result was a 12th position on the ladder. They had 5 wins, but unfortunately the 10 losses were often thrashing. So the Phoenix will be better next year, no doubt. And we'll see how they go. The Corruptibles.
A little bit unlucky, yeah. We unfortunately, I think half our team have got to decide to take their holidays in the warmer part of the year where there's no GPL. But look, we look at it and think we're only a game or so out of the 8, 2 games out of the 8 to be honest, and that double round where we were slaughtered and dropped out of the Survivor as well. So that one bad Saturday has made a massive difference to our year. But look at the end, 5 wins and 10 losses. It's still poor reading. All right, Scotty, you've had a crack at both sellers. How about the Gunners this year? You want to have a crack at the McCarthys as well?
Well, I can't really have a go at the McCarthys because they played well. I think Paul Shankland needs a little bit more support from the rest of his team. Look, I thought they'd be the big improvers in the second half of the season, and They actually didn't fire, and their scores for actually reflect where they are on the ladder as well. So I think Shane might need to have a big pre-season with his might have to do a bit of culling of the list and come back to bigger and better things in 2018.
Culling.
The culling word, we don't use that word around here, Scotty. That's very dangerous. We'll have a look at the back nine mark for the defending premiers, and to be honest, the only thing I think they did all season is they beat or cost Wally World a place in the top 4. They were the defending premiers. They struggled early. We should have probably had them play Wally World earlier on. It might have got them over the line a few, because they were undefeated. Once they beat Wally World, they went and they lifted themselves off the bottom to almost made the finals in the end. So they really did come home strong. But the curse is alive and well, and that makes me very happy. The mighty Wood Ducks.
The Wood Ducks. Am I right in assuming the Wood Ducks were the lowest scorers for the year?
Yes, you
the lowest
are
scorers
correct.
for the year, and
Just.
somehow managed to find themselves up in 9th position. Look, the first day of the season when they turned up and saw the sea of blue the Tridents were wearing, and it shattered the Wood Ducks, and they weren't the same. It was it's amazing how brittle things can be, and confidence is a fine line with when you're playing golf, and the Wood Ducks lost at day one and didn't really recover all season. So a bit like F-Trip, they'll need to bounce back strong in 2018 and get themselves back up into the finals where they were last year.
Yes, it was devastating for them. But the bottom 8, one thing about being in the bottom 8, you've got things to look up to next year. So just get yourself set over summer, and next year could be the year that you also are playing in the finals for 2018. So the knockout starts this week, guys. So we'll have a quick whip through the knockout games, just a win or a loss. The Tunners are playing F-Troop. I'm expecting the Tunners to keep their momentum. Scotty?
Yeah, Tunners for me too. I think the winter days are probably going to start costing that F-Trip.
Tunners.
Yeah, back nine Mafia versus the Vultures. Back nine Mafia with momentum. I got my vote.
Vultures.
Back nine Mafia.
Phoenix are playing the Gummers. This is interesting to see. I would expect the Phoenix to go well, but I think the Gummers might just get over the line. Pete Cannon playing.
Yeah, Gummers for me.
Possibly a 0-0 draw, but I'll go Gummers.
The Chemists against the Buglers. This is a big one. I think the Buglers will have their eye on the other prize, and the Chemists, when they show up, they are magnificent. I expect them to respond to being in the finals and have an upset win.
Buglers.
Yeah, Buglers.
Wanderers versus the Corruptibles. Sorry, DC. Wanderers for me.
Wanderers too good.
Corruptibles comfortably.
Tridents against the Wood Ducks. Jeez, unbelievable.
Battle for the shirt.
It is. This is magnificent. Wood Ducks, this is your time to stand up. I'll tip the Wood Ducks, but I'm not confident.
Yeah, Wood Ducks for me.
Tridents.
And finally,
It's probably the only. Yellow. Yep. Nah, all good. Yep.
So it'll be after I said Tridents.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about me for lunch. I might get something a little bit later.
Yeah.
When he's coming, someone's coming back for the afternoon, aren't they? Sorry? Oh, that's right. No, I'll get something quick and easy anyway.
So, I mean,
Thank you.
Qualifying
Bye.
finals will start with
Sorry, folks.
that's all right.
Where were we?
So I've just said Tridents. And Tony's now about to go to the last game, which is Wally World and Wolfpack.
Righto, and then Wally World against Wolfpack. Once again, the Wolfpack, they're going to have to do everything they can. I'd expect Wally World to be too good.
Yeah, Wallyworld have got to. I think their score. They'll respond to playing the finals. Wallyworld for me.
Yeah, same for me.
And the Ferrets playing the Surex in the knockout, but they are also playing them in the first qualifying final. The winner of this match will go into the prelim and have the week off. So everything is on this. Both teams in wonderful form. They're predicted 180 all. So there's nothing between these two sides. The only thing I can see being the determining difference is experience in finals, and for this reason, the Ferrets clearly have that experience in spades over the Surats. They're a relatively new franchise, and I'd expect that experience to get the Ferrets over the line in an absolute cracker. Scotty?
Yeah, I think I like the look. I like what the Surats have probably done in the second half of the season. I reckon Surats might cause an upset.
Yeah, as you say, Surats the unknown quantity in the finals. Normally they're planning their knockout schedule this time of year, so at Rodent headquarters. But I don't know. I think they drafted better than anybody else this year. Someone picked them to be top 4 at the start of the year, which has turned out to be correct. I forget who that was.
Yeah, well,
And
we can go to the tape.
and I can see this being close, but I've just got a feeling the Surats might get over the line in a really close one, 1 or 2 points at the most.
Well, the loser of this will be playing the winner of the Tunners and the All Night Chemist. Whoever wins that, the Tunners with all the momentum going into the finals, and the Chemists spasmodic at best. When they turn up, they are good. But I'd expect the Tunners to ride their wave of momentum. They're a momentum team, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Tunners give the All Night Chemists a bit of a bathing. Scotty?
Yeah, I think at the time, unlike the previous years, they're normally going in the other direction, but this year the Tunners have timed their run to perfection, and I reckon they'll be too good for all our chemists.
Yeah, a little bit like the Lions running all over the top of Essendon last week. I think the Tunners will give the Chemists a bit of a flogging in this one. I think the Tunners will go on to win the flag.
Well, you have picked them, so that makes that. The other qualifying final, this has the Goliath, the Buglers, who are looking magnificent all season, up against the Tridents, who are perennially top 4 players. They play well, they always have plenty on the park, but it's just really hard to see how the Buglers are going to get beat this year. The only thing that'll get them is nerves, and we'll see if the nerves kick in this early in the final. So I'm expecting the Buglers to get over.
Yeah, Buglers, I think Buglers are too good for the Tridents.
Yeah, they win a similar amount of games during the year, but the Tridents tend to sort of squeak out wins with low 170s, and the Buglers are just pounding out big numbers. So on paper they look like they should be too strong on the day, and they normally don't have much trouble with the qualifying finals. So Buglers for me.
Yeah. And the loser of that will be playing the winner of this match, the last in the elimination finals. Wally World playing the Wanderers. Once again, should be a close one. Both teams have just folded a little over the last few weeks of the season. I'm expecting the Wanderers to get up because I think Wally World are just shattered. I think the curse of Scrapper McLeod is eating away at them, and I think it's going to cost them this match. The Wanderers, for me, nice and consistent, and should get over the line. Scotty?
That was a loaded triple, that. My God. Wally World, look, it's a shock to see them in the bottom half of the top 8, but they are. They've got to play an elimination final. I think they're just too good for the Wanderers.
Yeah, well, as we play the Wanderers in the knockout, I'm hoping they don't have a good day. Yeah. So yeah, I think Wally World should be too strong in this one, but certainly the road to the flag is going to be a much tougher for one for them from 5th spot this year.
It certainly is. Well, there we go. The finals are upon us. The 10th season of GPL at Latrobe, and we are about to find out who is going to get themselves written on the trophy and lift it up on October the 28th. Guys, thank you very much for your insightful commentary over the year, but certainly for this, Scotty and DC, well done. Don't forget, everyone, if you want to win this thing, you do need to turn up and play well. This has been GPL 357, and we'll see you next week.
Bang.